Welcome to The Human Experience, a podcast about the stories we live out every day and the importance of championing the vulnerability and courage of the storyteller. I'm your host, Jennifer Peterkin, and it was through my own lived story of experiencing domestic violence that this podcast was created. By traveling the globe and interviewing each guest in person, I am convinced now more than ever that stories have the power to change the world. Thank you for being here. In a world full of noise, to listen with intention is an act of resistance. Marina, thank you so much for sitting down with me in Panama City, Panama today, where you're from Panama. I just flew in about an hour ago. And so I'm so honored that you just came over to do this interview with me, to meet with me. And I'm so excited to hear your story.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
So you're from Panama, but are you from Panama City?
No, I'm from Panama West.
Okay.
And I'm actually half Panamanian because my mom's side is from Jamaica.
Oh.
So like half and half.
Okay. And have you been to Jamaica then?
No, actually, first I planning to travel there this summer.
Fun.
I mean, next summer.
Yeah.
That's what I'm planning.
The summer coming up. Because I know you went to college in Pennsylvania,
Yes.
correct? And so you just recently moved back to the area.
Exactly. I went to the state in 2020, and I came back 4 months ago. Like, I used to come like for vacation.
Yeah.
It was like really short time. So yeah, I just came to my country 4 months ago. It has been like a really hard transition because you get used to things. I left people there, especially my people from my church. So yes.
Yeah, it's hard. It is hard. I imagine. So is Panama West a rural? Is it a city atmosphere?
It is. There is part that are rurals and there is part that are city.
Okay.
So it's like in the middle, I would say.
Yeah. Because you were in a pretty... It's not totally remote, but it's more country in Pennsylvania than
Exactly.
you weren't in a big city area. Let's just say that.
Yeah, and here in Panama, where I live in Panama West, I live like in a principal street.
Okay.
So I was used to hear the cars, the bus in the morning, in the afternoon. I'm like, and when I moved to Pennsylvania, I'm like, nobody is here making noise.
Yeah.
So
The houses are like a mile apart.
no, yeah. Sometimes I feel really lonely there.
Yeah. So if I ask you, what is your story? Where would you start that?
Wow, this is a really interesting question. So I could say starting 2010 because I experienced one of the most painful moments of my life when my biggest brother passed away. Was on October 2nd, 2010. I was getting ready to a party of a little boy next to me, like my neighbor birthday. And my mom was excited, like trying new clothes, like this is for the party. And suddenly one of my sisters, by the way, we are 5 sisters, I'm the youngest.
Wow.
Yeah. So one of my sisters approached to us screaming like, hey, somebody say there is a boy that got shot in the store near us. And we all like, okay, we are all here. No, where is my brother used to call Junior. So where is Junior? So we all here, where is Junior? And unfortunately when we went, was my brother in the floor. There is a lot of version of the accident. They say, we confuse him. Like actually no, my brother used to be Christian. We all are a Christian family. So we until today we don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But the police say, was a confusion.
So but it was the police.
No.
Oh,
was
okay, gotcha.
another guy.
Gotcha.
Like in every country we got like bad
yeah,
things.
Absolutely. You can't totally run away from it. Yeah.
So I saw my mom running, screaming, my boy, my biggest baby. That if it's okay if I cry.
It is. Absolutely it is.
Because it's tough to talk about this. But at my 9 years old, I experienced pain, like actually pain. And I remember my mommy crying and say, God, you gave my son to me and now you're taking him away. And like living all that situation was really hard, especially because I used to be so attached to him since he was the oldest and I'm the youngest. So I was like his baby.
Yeah.
And it was hard, but God is good. God is good all the time. So we move on. We keep trusting God. We keep going to church. And in 2013, my other brother, because we used to be 5 sisters and 2 brothers. Okay. So my other brother, the only boy left in the family, he used to work in a river. And he also passed away because he got an accident in the river. And that one, I think I felt the pain before with the first one, but with this one was like, oh no, I don't. The God that my family present me, I don't know how he's agree with all of this, you know. Yeah. And being the youngest, I wanted like to be like, oh, like the strong one, like, oh, like seeing all my family broke. With the second one, I didn't cry. I didn't cry because the firemen's and the emergency, you know, was like looking for him in the river, like for one day. And I was like, oh, I know they're gonna find him in a tree. They're gonna find him. Like I was with all my faith.
Yeah.
And by the way, at the time he passed away, he just got like a baby of 2 months. Yeah. Oh. So I just was thinking in my knees and every time I say, God is good, like, God already processed us as a family in 2010. I don't think he's gonna do this again. So unfortunately, the next day they found him dead. And I remember all my family. I was the one who told the news to my other sisters because I was there in the moment of everything when the emergency girls say, hey, I'm so sorry. My sister was in the house cooking because they spent the whole day before, you know, crying, scared because we didn't know if we want to find him dead or alive. So they were cooking and taking like a rest, and also because we got our niece. And when I got the news, my mom was no, and I run and I said to all my sisters like, they found him dead. And I remember that moment. They all left the house and I was like alone in the living room of my house, crying alone because they all left to the river because the river was near our house. They all run and I was alone in the house crying like for 30 minutes, 15 minutes. And that moment I cry, but something weird happened to my mind, like, oh, do you know the story about Lazarus in the Bible?
Yep.
And I don't know, I say, oh, maybe God wanna do a miracle. Like I was at that time I was 12 years old. Yeah, 12 years old. So I was like, oh, maybe God wants to do like a miracle.
Yeah.
And I say, no, he's going to wake up. He's going to wake up in Jesus' name. And all like we here in Panama, the culture when someone passes away is that you are like for 4 days with the family in the house, you know, like giving support, giving your condolence. So that's the way you do hot chocolate like for 4 days before the actual funeral ceremony. Yeah. So on those 4 days, everybody was crying. My family from Jamaica came, like my aunties, everybody was, oh my God. And I was like, God is gonna do it. God is gonna do it.
Yeah.
And the moment I cried again was in the moment that they were putting him, you know, in the earth, like with you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. OMG. I don't know how to explain it. I was the only one, like everybody was crying, but that moment when I saw that, God, like, why he's not, God, this is your moment to do it.
Yeah.
Because then it's gonna be more hard. So I start crying. I remember me like passing out, and my faith at that time scrambled a little bit.
Yeah.
And I say, no, there's no way. There is no God. There is no way. How God is angry. And my niece is just 2 months old. We already in 2010 we already lost our big brother. How God is angry with all of this. So my faith was really in the floor, I could say.
Yeah.
And you know, but God is good all the time. So I spent a month with that in my mind. But what we could do without God? So I was a girl. I said, God, it's okay. I forgive you. And yeah. So after that, we move on. My family keep the faith. My mom, nowadays, my mom preached to a lot of women that happened with the same that she went through. Also, my dad is evangelist. He preached in Venezuela, like in different countries, also different parts of Panama. And then, like 3 or 4 years later, the pastor Big's daughter passed away. So my mom was like, also like, hey, you know what? You were there when I lost and now like God is gonna do it. Like, so my mom is a living testimony that you could still love in God beside the hard situation that you went through. So I could fighting for my dreams. I say I will not suffer all my life. I will not acknowledge this. Like God is true that we have to go to hard situation, but I want when is gonna be the happy end here? Yeah. So I just start dreaming in big and I study and I become a really like smart and clever girl. I used to participate in every contest. I say I am volunteer like for everything. I lost the account how many contests I have participated in high school, in secondary, in middle school, like a lot of, because I wanna I want a success too. Yeah. And that's why in 2019 I got the second place in the whole high school of honors, and one of the president of the scholarship here in Panama approached me and say, hey, you know what, you got a scholarship for your all degree in the United States. I said, like, what? Like, yeah, you don't have to pay for nothing. Everything is paid. Just you have to go there and study hard and come back here and yeah. I was like, OMG. So God did it. And I went to the United States in February of 2020. Then the pandemic came. Oh my God. It was so hard. And I took advantage of that opportunity. And I started preaching the gospel of God in the university. I remember winning at least 10 Panamanians for Christ, guide them to be saved. They got baptized. They start serving at church. Mm-hmm. One is a dancer. Another guy he's in multimedia in the church. So I say, God, I thank you, because my life was not perfect. I knew the pain since I was really young, but everything happened with a purpose. So I finished my degree in May of this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. As a English teacher and a secondary education, and also a Spanish minor. And guess what? They gave me a prize for the Teacher of the Year award.
Wow.
Yes, in the whole Wilkes University. And I was like, God, you're so good, because I was with Native Americans. I said, my English is not too perfect as them. And I'm in another country, another culture. And they gave me the Teacher of the Year award. Everybody was like, oh my God. And God has been good. God has been so good. When I came here to Panama, I came with the dream of getting married. Can I?
Yes, this is your story, girl. The whole thing. You don't have to ask my permission for anything.
So I came after I graduated and everything, but I was going out with a guy. He also is Christian, and we got together for almost 5 years. He was in Panama. I was there, but we talked by video calls, phone calls, all of that. And he proposed me when I came last year here in Panama, in front of my family, everything. And so I started the planification of the wedding, and I spread invitation out. I paid for the ballroom, everything was ready, even the food menu.
Oh, wow. And
when I came here, 3 days after that, after I arrived in Panama, I received a news about him, and I say, I just cannot proceed with this. Was so hard for me. I say, no, God, how?
Yeah.
That's the only man I have loved in my whole life. And people from the state and people from Jamaica that pay the flight to come to my wedding, because our wedding was about August. So and I came in June.
Yeah.
So it was like just 2 months, and I cried so much. I didn't eat like for almost a week. Darling, my friend was there. But Romans chapter 8 verse 28 say everything works for good for those who love the Lord. And I said, God, it's okay. If this is your will, I will do it.
Yeah.
I accept it.
Yeah. You had to break off the wedding?
Yes.
Okay.
I did, and it was so hard because I asked him for an explanation, and he just said me, "Oh, I'm not ready." I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh, so he didn't want to get married
exactly
anymore.
After he proposed me.
Oh, jeez.
and I asked him like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Like, we have been. And he said, oh, you're going to find another one. You will see. And I was like, don't do that to me. I have people who already bought the flight to Panama.
Yeah.
But I bless him today. I forgive him. I bless him. I hope he got a wife and children and stuff. I could say that now.
Yeah.
Because I cry already so much, and I pray a lot to God. And also I took like psychology sections because God also, you can pray, but also there is professional that can help you with.
Yes.
So I went to the psychologist, and that helped me a lot of too. And you know what healed me? Keep focused on serving others.
Yeah.
That helped me a lot of. Because if you go and close your door and stay in your room and you go and see the pictures, and that's not going to help you.
Yeah.
So I found my healing in serving God and serving others, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm serving. I have to, after here I have to go because I'm dancing church.
Oh, okay.
So I have to go and dance and everything, and I have like a big event congress that is coming. So we are like preparing up for that.
Very cool.
So yeah. So I think that's my story. Sorry for the accents and
never apologize for that.
God has been good.
I think that it's pretty incredible that you had such a crisis of faith at such a young age, and that you talk about it. I think that's so important because I think something that we can get caught up in sometimes is like, well, I can't say anything bad or like be mad at God because, something's going to happen to me, or I always have to be perfect with God. And it's like, God already knows that you're not perfect, right? So just the idea that like, I remember being in therapy years ago, and my counselor telling me, you can be mad at God. Like, he can take it. Like, he's big enough to take that, like to take your anger. You don't sit in that. You have to move on from that. Yeah. But like, it's not going to hurt God. And God already knows, right?
Exactly.
God already knows you're angry. But like, don't try to pretend you're not.
I got you.
Right? So yeah, I mean, I can't imagine what going through that at such a young age, losing both of your brothers. But I also just think it's really important that you talk about the fact that there was a time where you asked that question, and it wasn't all just like, yeah, everything's fine because we have God, it was pain and heartache and hardship.
Of course, I got mad to God many many times with my last process of breaking up my wedding and stuff. I spent like almost 2 weeks that my sister came like, hey honey, you're gonna be okay, because again I'm the youngest, so they all was waiting for me because all my others cousins already are married, all my other sisters, so they were waiting for my wedding.
Yeah.
So I remember my sister all crying and also mad at him. Like, we got to watch it.
Because they're good sisters, of course.
Especially Darling, don't I tell you? Oh my God. And I remember this guy, he's a leader in my church. He said, Marina, God is in control. And I say, what control? Where is the control in this? You know what? Do not talk me about control. I know it was wrong, but I was mad at God.
Yeah.
I was like, God, I have preserved my life for, like, how I worked so hard for my wedding and stuff, like, how?
Yeah.
What control you have on this? Yeah. And I know the Bible. I know everything worked for the good for the who love the Lord, but I was mad.
Yeah.
And I remember he was like, because I said, please keep your God advice away from me for a moment. Obviously, later I asked him, I'm sorry, I was stressed, blah, blah, blah. And then I I go into my knees and say, God, here I am.
Yeah.
Here I am. This is so hard for me. I don't know how I'm going to deal with this. I don't know how. Because the moment when I have to call those people in this state in Jamaica and say, hey, auntie, the wedding is not proceeding.
Yeah.
People asking like, oh, wow, what happened? You know, maybe not because they want to be goosey, but they, you know, curious. Like, hey, what happened? Because they saw me so excited about it. I say, it just don't work out.
Yeah.
But when I hung the car, I was crying out like, God, this is so hard for me. But as you mentioned it before, like God can take that.
Yeah. Yeah.
God understands our feelings. He created us. So he put those feelings in us. So that's important thing, being transparent with God.
Yeah.
Like don't pretend being like, okay, and God, here I am, I bless you, Lord. But you have mad in your heart. You have bad feelings against that people that hurt you.
Yeah.
You have to be honest and transparent with God and say, you know what, I want to go there and push him or push.
Yeah, I know I can't, but I want to.
Exactly. But and God talked to that in the Bible. I think in one of the Psalms, David said, you love the truth in the secret. Like God love when you are honest with him and say, God, I trust you.
Yeah.
But this is so hard for me. So just help me. And that remember me the story when Jesus asks one of the people he wanna help, and that people say, I trust you, but help my faith. So God, now when you want to trust him, but your faith is not like in the level it used to be, because again, we're humans.
Yes.
And God got that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I agree totally. And like you said before too with your friend, you know, it's not always helpful to just say these things that may be true, like God is in control or God loves you. Like, you know, that it's not that stuff isn't true, but it's not helpful, and it doesn't help anybody heal or feel seen in that moment, right? Because what people need to hear is like, I'm so sorry, you don't deserve this. This shouldn't have happened. Like,
just be there. Like,
yeah,
be there.
just
no
be
words.
there.
Just be there.
Just show up. Yeah.
That's why I really appreciate my friend Darlene. I know I have mentioned her about a couple, but I'm just so grateful with her.
Yeah.
Because there is time that I used to call her like in the morning, in the night. You say, here I am.
Yeah.
And she don't start asking questions. She just stay with me.
Yeah. Well, and I'm going to be interviewing Darling as well. So I'm going to have both of you on. And like I said before we started recording, I think I'm looking at two very future high leaders in Panama over here. So very, very happy to have you guys on now.
You are interviewing the future's president.
Yes. Yes.
or she or me, but we're gonna be one of
you. Yeah.
Wanna be maybe both.
Both.
One
I
in
love
one
it.
period and then in
I
another
love it.
one.
Do it. Yes. Go for it. So you moved back because of your wedding. Is that correct?
Exactly. You know how many opportunities I got there? People saying to me, Marina, I remember this district was Dallas district, was a good school district. Many times a principal contact me, hey, we wanted to hire you for next semester. I say, no, not me.
Yeah.
I'm about to be a wife.
Yeah.
And moving here, and I found all of these maths. I was like, why are you gonna stay in this state? God, why you don't talk to me about that? This going to happen,
Yeah.
so I don't came here.
Yeah.
And stuff. But again, I know there is something behind it. I have to be honest with you. Until today, I don't understand why that happened.
Yeah.
And I'm not expecting an answer, but there is no way, like, I don't receive something back about God of this. I now, after the storm, like, the sun come back.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm waiting.
Yeah.
No an answer, but I now, like, something will happen.
Yeah. You'll be able to look back and say, that's why.
Exactly.
That's why I came back.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's hard because, you know, you did have opportunities and you were on a roll over there and achieving your dreams that you worked really, really hard for.
I did.
So what is it like to be back in Panama? After living in the States, look, the States are not perfect, so that is not at all what I'm saying, but you were kind of on a trajectory there. You thought you were coming to a certain place here, and now things are completely different.
You know what? I'm liking because I know something good is going to happen soon.
Yeah.
So being with my family has been really helpful because, I got the money there. I got I'm in the state. You know, Panamanian people, when you say, I'm in the state, they think you're rich. Like, they think she's famous. Oh, did you went to New York? So being back here, people ask a lot of questions. I'm like, it's okay. It's a good city. It's big. But it's fine. You can go there too.
Yeah.
Don't think that is impossible.
Yeah.
So being here with my family again, I got money there and stuff, but by Christmas time I miss them. You know, I sometimes when I arrive from my job or from college, and I open my door and not smelling my mom kitchen flavors, like everything, I was like, I need to be with them. Yeah. Especially because since I was the youngest, I grew up with a lot of attention, with a lot of, let me tell you my biggest secret. It's a really shame, but I will tell you. I used to live with my parents until I got 16 years old.
There's no judgment here.
As I told you when I came before, behind cameras, I told you, I just arrived from my dad's house. And my dad house yesterday said, hey, are you sleeping with us tonight? I'm like, Dad. Like, let me know you're sleeping with us. I'm like, Dad, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm 24 years old. He was asking me that yesterday. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God.
He misses it when you were a kid, right?
Yeah, they still see me like I'm I don't know, like the youngest. Yeah. That vibe never going to change.
No.
Also with my sister, they are so like protective and look different. You look around and this and this. I'm like, oh my God. And also since I moved to the state and I moved back to Panama, they are really focused on. I understand that time changes here in Panama, like security. You know, like being secure here. Like they told me, hey, be careful. Don't visit these places because when you was here was a good place or so, but now it's really dangerous at this time. So they are really like careful about that. Yeah. So again, being with my family have been really good for me. Enjoying again my mom food. Oh Jesus, my mom is from Jamaica, so she have like that. So being with them, talking with my sister sometimes. Yeah. I forgot to mention a detail. Since the man who I was going to marry proposed me in my house, when I went through all this process, I moved to my grandma's house because wake up myself and see in the living room, in my mind was like the decoration and stuff for the proposal. So for a time, and after taking therapies, I say, for now, I will move to my grandma's house. And my grandma is in the city, not in the West. So that's why. But I visit my parents, and they still like, are you okay now to move back? I'm like, give me a couple more months, Daddy. Mommy, couple more months. Yeah. So and I love living with my grandma because she is old and she's alone. She also lived in the state many times. She was a resident there. She came like in 2015, I think. Okay. She spent most of her life in the States. So she... Oh, wow. Yeah, she is in Panama, but with her mind in the States. In my grandma's house, there is a picture of a president of the United States. I'm like, Grandma, you are in Panama. Like, come on, you have to slow down. Oh, my God. So living with her, also, like, taking care of her. Abuela is... grandma in Spanish. So being like, Abuela, are you okay? Abuela, there is anything I can assist you with? Yeah. Like that's
special
good.
time.
Yeah. And also my weather, I'm sorry, but my weather is Panamanian weather is awesome. I love it. I love to I can use these, like my glasses and stuff. I could use it also in the States, but just in summertime. Yeah. And here in Panama, you have more summer than everything.
Yes.
So I'm glad to be back, even though I went through a hard process and everything is different because, you know, at this time I was imagine myself living in my own house and stuff. Yeah. But let's move on. Yeah. And I could say I'm fine. Like, living with my grandma, visiting my parents, talking with my sister, talking to Darling, how I will have something to do.
Yeah.
For example, for this, she say, I need you Friday at this time. Like, okay, girl, let's go.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good.
I love it. So you kind of already spoke to the fact that where you were in the States, you were in Pennsylvania in the mountains.
Okay.
And so that's a totally different climate than what you have here. So how was that for you adjusting?
It was really hard at the beginning. I remember using like two pair of gloves, like two coats, like a leggings, and then a jeans, and then like all of these. But then like by the time, you're getting kind of used to it.
Yeah.
But the thing I never got used in the state of the weather is that in the fall time, the sky turned dark before time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was so tough for me. Like 5 o'clock, talking with my family in the video call, and they like, what time it is there? I'm like, it is 5 o'clock.
I know. It's pitch dark.
Yeah, that's the only thing I never got used to.
Yeah.
But other than that, good. Also the food. Oh my God. At the beginning, it was like hamburgers, fries, because in Panama, fries and hamburgers are like for special occasions. Okay. Normal, like typical place in Panama are like rice with chicken, but like you want to like celebrate something, let's buy a hamburger.
Yeah.
So when I arrived there, I'm like, hamburger in the college, like every day I can eat hamburgers and fries, and they say yes. And it was a pizza station. I'm like, can I have that? So yes. I'm like, oh God, so excited.
Yeah.
But that just lasted me like 3 months.
Yeah.
After I was like,
yeah,
I need my rice back.
I don't need any more of this. Yeah. That's fair. Now,
Yeah.
did you live on campus?
I used to live on campus, yes.
How was that for you?
Was good and tough at the same time.
Yeah.
Good because I get to preach the souls there and preach about the gospel and say, like, seeing many friends approaching to me like, look, I'm going to this really hard situation right now, or look, I'm going to depression, and being there for them was good. But for the other side was something different, because I don't want to judge anybody, but cultures are different.
Yeah.
Okay, so people from other countries like smoke marijuana. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And being in the elevator and just smoke that, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
So that's why. But other than that, I could say it was a good experience. I met people from Nepal, from India, and I learned about the culture. This girl from Nepal, her name is Rima. She cooked one day. She invited me. And they eat with the fingers. They don't use spoon. And she said, come. I'm like looking for the spoon. She said, no. We're gonna. I'm like, okay. And I just start eating and stuff. Like, was so good. And then they showed me like a dance and stuff. So was good.
Yeah.
And they also told me how to say good morning in their language. And I just still remember it. Good morning in Nepali is Ivivihani. Yeah.
Okay.
And if you want to say hello, you say namaste. If you want to, like, things like that. And rice, you say, oh, that's bad. And how do you say chicken? Kokora. Like, I used to remember those things. So it was good, like, to, exchange culture with them and stuff.
Yeah,
and really
it's a great opportunity.
Was really a great opportunity.
Yeah. Now, where was your favorite place that you went to while you were in the States?
It's called Canavas.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I live in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So I'm from Pennsylvania. Not that area. I live closer to Philadelphia.
All right.
But
Have you been in Canavas before?
So I've not. I know what it is. My brother and his family go every year.
Oh, okay. It's really fun there. There are a lot of attractions that you could do. There is so many things that you could do there. So that's in the number place. In the number one place. I could say the second one, not to live, but to visit it, New York.
Yeah.
Because you could take pictures and I have like many pictures in my Instagram, in my WhatsApp, like, hey, New York, the city that never sleeps. Yeah, so let's find another one. I could say the last one, Maryland. I went Maryland.
Okay,
because
like
my
Baltimore or?
Baltimore.
Yeah.
I went there. And was good.
Yeah.
I think was good
Yeah,
too.
I like Baltimore.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Nice.
And I love New York. I mean, I don't know New York that well.
All right.
I go up to visit. Yeah. But I'm like not that far away. So maybe if people would think I would know it better than I do. I don't. But I love going up there. A friend of mine and I go and see shows up there.
Oh,
and
Broadway?
Yeah,
Broadway?
Broadway shows. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So fun.
Amazing.
So yeah, I mean, New York is a special place for sure.
It is.
It's funny. We were actually up there. We were there last weekend.
Oh.
And we were sitting in this restaurant, and it was very like what you would see on TV if somebody was in a restaurant in New York. And I was like, this is what everybody around the world thinks all of New York looks like. It's like this restaurant.
Exactly.
And then you're there and you're like, some of it's like that, but some of it's very different.
Exactly. That's true. You're right.
Yeah. Well, that's fun. I love that Knoebels is your number one place. I'm going to have to tell my sister-in-law that because...
You have to go.
Yeah. My nieces will love that. They'll be so excited to hear that.
It is exciting.
That's awesome. So you're back in Panama. I know you're doing incredible things. What do you hope for Panama? Like, what change do you want to affect? What do you hope for the country, for the youth, for people as an educator? You know, what do you hope to see Panama doing in the future?
Especially with education, Panama just invests in the education the 5% of what they got. So that's so sad for me because in Latin America we are in the lowest places in education. So I hope that change. I hope educators get better pay here.
Yeah.
And that's gonna so ironic, but I hope corruption is low a lot of because no matter how hard you study here, you could study for 5 years as I did, or even 7, including your master. And sometimes the best job is because you have someone in the politics that can help you to come to that job. You know what I mean? So I hope to change that. Yeah. Like if you study, you deserve what you got because you do a sacrifice. So why don't get that? So I hope to see those changes. I hope the next generation of politics understand that all that we do have to be for the people, not for our own goodness. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm hoping of my country. Don't get me wrong, Panama is doing great as before, than before, but we could do better.
Sure, we could all say that. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, we could do a lot better.
Yeah, so well, I know you have aspirations and dreams, and so I figured you would have things that you wanted to see change. So, and you're going to be the one to do it. You and Darling.
Yeah, me and Darling.
I'm gonna a couple years from now. I'm gonna tell people I know them.
And you wanna come back here, and you wanna interview the president.
Yes, I am.
Oh my God, I love Panama. Panama is a really place to live.
Yeah,
we just are going as many other countries into a corruption, a lot of corruption. That people stole from the government and the stuff.
It's so hard. It's so hard.
Yeah, it is.
And it is everywhere. And I don't mean to say that like it's okay because it's not. And power is a tricky thing, and I think especially if we believe in God, like being able to recognize that the subversion of power is the most important thing to service, like just because you're given power doesn't mean you deserve to wield it over people.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
Yeah. So this is my first time in Panama.
Okay.
I think most people know the Panama Canal, right? And like that's kind of it. Yeah. So what would you like for people to know about Panama if they come visit?
Oh, that's a really great question. Beside Panama Canal, there is many places that you could visit, such as Casco Antiguo is here in the city. that contain our history, like for the old Panama before is completely different now. In the past was just ruins, but now it's like it's one of our biggest place to visit.
Yeah.
So that the food, I hope you guys go to the Panamanian food like restaurants.
Yeah.
You know, like no just like the fast food like a McDonald's. No. Try Caribbean Panamanian plates. And also our culture, there is like a town, in Spanish is comarca, I don't know how to say that in English, but they are like the original Panamanians.
Oh,
they are
okay.
like, yeah.
The indigenous.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
the indigenous. So if you could go there, go, because they show you like the dances
That's
and
so
everything,
cool.
and they put you like the typical dress that they use. It is amazing, and also they have like they had like the best beaches to go and swim.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, the water is so clear. You can see like the fishes there is just amazing. One of the Latin artists, his name is Farruko. He's so famous in the Latin world. He came Panama and he went there and he was so like, oh, look at this. It is amazing.
That's awesome.
I could say that. And also here people are so kind. We kind people.
Yeah.
Like if you go like especially if you go to rural areas, because cities are more busy, people are like coming out for work and school and college.
Tourists.
Yeah, but if you go like for rural people and they see you, they're gonna be like, hey.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna ask, because they're gonna recognize that you are not from here.
Yeah.
So they can offer you like something to eat maybe. Like yeah, I love city and rural, but rural people are like more kind.
Yeah.
But they both kind, but
Sure.
more, you know what I mean?
I do. I know what you mean. Yes, absolutely.
Exactly.
There's a great hospitality
I
culture.
mean, yes,
Yeah.
it is. I could say that.
Yeah.
Casco Antiguo, Cunayala, that is where indigenous are.
How
And-
far is that from Panama City?
It could be like couple hours, like
Okay.
I could say like 4
Okay.
or 5, and then you have to take a boat to get in the island.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And the restaurants that we could say, like,
Very cool.
try Panamanian food.
Yeah.
Like it.
Well, Darling is in charge of our itinerary, and I'm pretty sure she has
She will.
things on the docket. I told her, I said, I want as much history and culture stuff as you can give me. So
She will. She's very good at it.
yeah,
Believe me.
she's been fantastic. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so excited to experience Panama
glad.
for, the next week.
I'm glad you're gonna enjoy it.
I'm sure I will.
Not because it's my country, it's because it is what it is.
Yeah, it's beautiful. There's so many places that we just overlook because it's not the most popular. And truly, I mean, like, I had the opportunity to come, and so I came, right? But it wasn't like I had been planning to come to Panama. So I'm so excited that I had the opportunity, and yeah, I'm really
grateful.
excited. Yeah. Well, I have a question that I ask everybody in each episode, which is, through the lens of your experience and what you've lived in your life, what does compassion mean to you?
Compassion means to me, that just break me, because oh my god, when in my way here, so sorry,
Don't apologize.
in my way here, I was in a homeless, like using drugs, and the soul is down now, but what was like 3 p.m. and the soul was so bright, and he was like, and I'm like, oh my god, like he and next to him was like 3 more in the street, like with that soul, like that song was really bright, like you have to be in your house, I don't know, drinking the water. So I start crying in the car, and my dad say, how you wanna be president? You wanna see worse things than this? I'm like, Daddy. So compassion means to me putting yourself in the shoes of others. Like compassion and empathy, I think, go together.
Yeah.
And everything that Jesus do was for compassion. I remember like the story of the fishes and the bread. He did it because he saw all the people in the desert, and he told his disciple, I have compassion of them. So that's why he did that miracle.
Yeah.
So that's for me is compassion. Putting yourself in the shoes of others. Like, what about if that homeless was my dad? God protect my dad. But what about if that homeless what is my, I don't know, something, someone you love.
Yeah.
And not about homeless, also about people who don't have what you have.
Yeah.
People who don't eat 3 days we got lunch, breakfast, and a snack, and the dinner.
Yeah.
And sometimes a dessert too. So having that compassion, always do not think yourself first.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it's good to forget a little bit about yourself and what you're gonna do and what you're gonna get. People in this time are so focused on, oh, I wanna be happy.
Yeah.
I wanna experience the full happiness. You could be happy today. You could be happy washing dishes. You could be happy going out buying groceries. You could be happy now, because people tend to say, I will be happy when I got my house. I will be happy when I got the Lamborghini. I will be happy when I go Disney, or when I go Paris, or when I go Eiffel Tower. You could be happy now.
Yeah.
It is a fact that the 70% of the times you're gonna be doing like daily things.
Yeah.
Going work, taking a bath, like take your children to school. And just like a 30%, or even I could say a 20%, that you got like excited moments, such as going a wedding and going out for a big vacation. That don't happen often.
Yeah.
So you decide, it's your decision. If you wanna be happy the 70% or the 100% of the time, like enjoying your happy moments, your birthdays, or a wedding invitation. But you could also enjoy the 70% of going out into your work, in the way, like admiring the, I don't know, like the heaven, the sky. Oh, how beautiful the sky is today. In the way of your job, or enjoying taking your children to school instead of, go, you late. Like,
Yeah.
you could be happy now. That's my message. You could be happy now in the simple things, and always put yourself in others. Do not put your opinion or yourself.
Judgmental,
Exactly.
yeah.
Always think about other perspective. Accept others. And I think that's why my personal mission in life, and I'm sorry, I know I'm talking too much, but
No.
my personal mission in life is serve others. Jesus said to his disciples, the big one in the kingdom is the one who serves. So, and even Jesus came, he said, I came to serve, not to be served.
Yeah.
So I want to follow my Lord example.
I love that. Well, I know that there are big things ahead for you. I'm so excited
Thank
for you
you.
to see what's next, to come back and interview when you're the president. Yeah, it's wonderful. Thank you so much for making the time for me to do this. Yeah, it was a pleasure to meet you.
It was my pleasure. My first time doing an English podcast. Oh my God.
You did so good.
Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you for listening to The Human Experience. Everyone has a story, and I'd love to hear yours. So be sure to check out the show notes for more information about how to stay in touch. Do good and love well.